Personally, I never really grinded Hypixel Skyblock. Instead, I put my time into thinking how I can make money by doing nothing at all, instead of wasting my time mindlessly clicking on Enderman. Today, I'll be showing you how I made 75 million coins doing 30 minutes of work. Unlike a lot of these types of videos, this is repeatable and will most likely always work. This method is pretty much getting items and scamming other players by selling the items for 5 times the price. Yeah. Watch till the end. This is pretty much the easiest and least effort way to make millions of coins with pretty much no effort. By the way, this method can be done with any amount of cash, but the more you have, the more money you'll make. I know the disclaimer, but this method should be used as a passive money source. So no matter who you are or what you have fun doing, you can still make a lot of money in the background. Or you can be like me, do this method, log off for a month, and enjoy your money when you come back. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you don't like my content. Hey guys, what's up? When I mean 30 minutes of work, I mean 30 minutes of active time, not 30 minutes of real time. In reality, it's been over a couple of months with these things. The more time and research you put in this, and the more money you have, the more money you'll make. I'm going to be talking about 3 things that I've put money into that's given me a lot of money back. This is pretty much bazaar flipping and AH flipping, but long term. Okay, so I'm editing this video right now, and I realized I didn't really explain how this money making method works that well. This method is pretty much bazaar flipping, but longer term. You put a lot of money into something you think is going to rise, and then keep your money in there for a long time, maybe even a month. In this video, I'm going to be explaining 3 instances where I have done that and it has made me a lot of money. Each time was a bit different and each time was a different reason. My 3 investments netted me around 75 million worth of profit, and they're still ongoing and making me more money. I'll now cover each of my 3 investments, why I did them, and hopefully with the help of this, you can make some money yourself. Enjoy the video. My first investment was Wise Dragon Fragments, which I bought when Dungeons was released. Before Dungeons was released, there was a network called the Alpha Network, which is pretty much Dungeons, but beta tested. In Dungeons, you can pick between different classes, and one of the most popular classes at the time was Mage. And at the time, the best Mage set was Wise Dragon. Knowing people would want Wise Dragon armor more when Dungeons came out, I decided to put 5 million bucks Wise Dragon for it. Simple enough, but in 3 weeks time after buying 5 mil coins worth of it, they sold for 3 times the price at 15,000 per frag. Not too bad considering I bought them for an average of 5,000 per. My second biggest investment, my most recent, and the one that took the least amount of time, was the Jerry loot boxes. Recently, Jerry was elected as mayor. He had a couple of special abilities, and one of them was, when you were doing different tasks, special Jerrys would spawn, and they'd drop loot boxes. The loot boxes would become unobtainable when a new mayor was elected. So I thought of buying the loot boxes and selling them after someone else was elected. So that's what I did. I bought a little bit of each of these loot boxes 3 days before a new mayor was elected. 5 days later, I sold it for around a 5 million coin profit. I put in 10 mil and got out 15 mil. You could put money into loot boxes as the price is still rising, but it's a bit risky and I personally wouldn't do it. The third and final and most profitable investment was buying crab hats. Crab hats were given at the 1-year anniversary of Skyblock. For a short amount of time, you could go to an NPC and claim a crab hat. The crab hat is pretty much just a meaningless piece of armor, but on the thing, it says when you got it. Since it was the 1st year anniversary, it would become rarer over time. So instantly, one day after the NPC became unavailable, I bought 12 crab hats for 500k each. Now, if you go into the AH, some of them are selling for upwards of 5 million coins. And the black ones, which I actually do have one of them, is selling for 14 million, and even more than that. These are also another investment you can make. Obviously, you're not going to make as much money as if you bought them at the start, but they're inevitably going to continue to go upwards. Another thing you could put money into that I haven't personally put money into, but one of my friends did. Cakes were given out after each Skyblock year. One of my friends bought a cake for 4,000 when Skyblock pretty much first released, and now they're selling for 10 million plus. These cakes are slowly becoming more and more rare, so if you want to, you can probably still buy these. So on the crab hats, and I haven't sold them yet, let's assume they sell for 5 million each, which I can probably get, or more if I wait a little bit longer. Anyways, to cut it short, if I were to sell it now, I'd be able to get $60 million plus, which is $50 million profit. Now on to how you could do it. First of all, obviously, if you don't have more than 10 mil, you won't make a lot of money from this, unless you make really lucky flips. If you do this, you may get worse or better results, depending on what you put your money in and how actively you make these flips. Now how you can do it. A couple ideas, of course, are New Year's cakes. These things are going to be a very long-term investment, and if you're not into that and want quicker money, there's still a lot of options. Crab hats and potato talismans are another thing. They will definitely continue to go up in price, as long as you want to wait long enough. But there's no way you'll make radical quick money that way. In my opinion, the first and second flips that I made are easily the most repeatable, and I call them update and event flipping. And to do those types of flips, here's all you need to know. Update flipping can be done if you're active in the community. The admins are constantly giving leaks and sneak peeks at the new updates, and with this information, you can easily make a small fortune. For example, me selling Wise Dragon frags. I knew it because my friends were talking about Mage and how it'd be a good class for dungeons, so I decided to put a bit of money into Wise Dragon frags. The next method is event flipping, and it's a bit easier and a bit less risky. For example, the mayor cycle. Every 5-ish days, a new mayor is elected, and each comes with special abilities. Before a mayor is elected, check it out and see what it affects. If a mayor focuses on an item, the supply and demand of that item will just fly in the air. Some mayors even give off limited edition items, for example Jerry boxes or the Midas staff. If Dopey ever does get re-elected, if you put your money into Hyper Catalyst, you'll definitely make a big profit, because one of his abilities makes the minions go faster, and also gives you more XP. This in turn will make everyone use minions, and you'll probably make a bit of money there. Okay, those last clips were recorded a couple days ago, but today, I decided to play a bit of Skyblock and do a couple of flips. I flipped for probably around, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, and I turned $5 million, that's what I had at the start, and I turned it into roughly around, just a bit under 10 million, so I almost doubled my money in 30 minutes. This brings up a whole nother method of flipping. This is like margin flipping. My method was, I found an item, I bought the materials to buy the item, and then I resold the item once I had made the item, for roughly around 20k profit each, but I was doing that in stacks. This brings up another point. When you're working with the bazaar in the auction house, there's never going to be one thing that works for all of Skyblock's lifetime. You're going to have to constantly find new things to flip, and that's okay. If you're a bit lost, here are a couple things you can flip. If you have a high tier recipe, check out how much you can buy the materials to make that item, and then see how much you can sell that item for. Crafting is easily one of the best ways to make money out of the auction house, and if you do it right, you can make more money than most try hard. At the end of the day, you're going to have to find your own things to flip, and if it goes bad, find something else. Practically, with this money making method, you can make 5 to 6 mil an hour pretty easily. At a maximum, you could probably make 10 mil an hour if you make really good flips, and if you have enough money to invest. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. I put a lot of time and effort into this video, so it would mean the world to me if you could just subscribe and like the video. It took a lot of work and a lot of research to make this video perfect for you guys, so it would help out a lot. By the way, guys, I'll be giving away 2 sets of 3 mil coins from the comments down below. Just leave your IGN and I'll pick it random in 2 weeks time. If you're watching this video in the future, the pinned comment will be the winner. And yeah, bye kids, I mean adults, lol, bye guys.
Join my Discord.